cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the #1 podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, welcome back to another edition of Music Monday. Got a special show for you today. Of course, we always got a great topic. I got Ruben Richkid in the house, y'all. Ruben Richkid is in here. What's up, my brother?
Yeehaw! Hey, how you doing? I'm Ruben Richkid.
Hey, so for the listeners, Ruben, let them know what got you started in the music industry, and just bring us up to date. But I want you to start way back because I know you've been around for a while. It's not just an overnight thing that you've been doing.
Oh yes, sir. Yes. Before making the musics and stuff like that, I used to do a little production. You know, back in the day. You know, I think I started doing some music back in 2012. Behind the scenes, mostly, you know, behind the scenes was nobody important, nobody special.
So, but now I'll tell you what I heard. I heard that you actually managed somebody over at what's that? South Park Mexicans label.
Oh yeah, that's right, the Dope House.
Dope House.
That's right. That's right. There was two young guys named the Twin Berettas.
Yeah.
You know, I think those are some guns. Yeah. We big fans of guns in Texas. So the Beretta's a gun, and there was two of them. So it was the Twin Berettas. So it was two guys, and they were both as deadly on the microphone. You know. So that's where they got the name. They wanted to be known as guns.
So you managed those guys, and how long?
Well, I only managed one of them.
Okay. how long?
The other guy didn't like me so much.
How long did you manage this guy?
Well, I'm still doing a little bit of management, but right now he kind of took a little bit of hiatus. Wanted to go back and work on his craft. Wanted to kind of reinvent himself a little bit.
Right.
We released an album in 2017, I believe.
Yeah.
Called Key to the City. You know.
In 2017.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And we remade a very classic album cover of that guy SPM. He has the Third Wish cover where he's like revolving the little world on in a little cup.
Yeah, I think I saw that cover.
It's pretty famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we redid that, and we got a little bit of love, but a lot of hate. Holy hell! Was not expecting that.
So look, did you enjoy the managing part of the music industry? Is it different from being an artist?
Hell no. It's quite difficult.
You didn't like it?
No. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, but it's always good to see something successful coming to fruition, especially if you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah, I felt it was successful. You know, I felt we learned a lot. I felt like there was some things that we probably could have done better. There were some things that we probably could have done worse. But overall, I think it was pretty successful. We made our money back.
Right.
You know, I think
which is most important.
That's the most important part is money.
Get your money back. That's
right. Love that money.
Yeah. So look, man, I know you worked with, those guys, and that was back in 2017. But right now, what artist inspires you to do what you do?
Lizzo.
Lizzo, which is also one of H-Town's greatest. She's from the Southwest Side, A-Leaf. Shout out Lizzo.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, of course, is H-Town. So you sticking to H-Town because he's an H-Town. That's it.
Because nobody knows how to hustle like H-Town.
Like H-Town.
H-Town, baby. Nobody knows how to hustle like we do.
Hustle Town is H-Town.
Well, I'm going to tell you also one thing. One lady that is not from H-Town that inspired me, a lot of people might give me some slack about this, is that a Cardi B lady.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that juicy Latina. Oh, my goodness. She is a sexy lady.
Yes, she is.
But I will tell you, it's very inspiring to see that she didn't have to sleep her way to the top. She slept her way to the bottom. She had to climb her way all the way back, and she learned her lesson.
Wait, shit.
But that's very inspiring because she actually took her career seriously.
Right.
It didn't have to go and do sexual favors for hot beats.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of producers out there that be liking to slang those beats for a little bit of tail. It's a good hustle, I have to admit.
Yeah. And, well, some of them, that's how they hustle. But that's what got Puffy in all the trouble they got him in.
Terrible.
For doing what he was doing.
Too much baby oil.
Yeah. too much baby oil.
Too much.
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson would be upset.
So check it out, Ruben. So, Freddie G, man, I had an opportunity to go through your catalog. Your catalog. Yeah. And there were about 5 songs that really jumped out to me. Because I went back, and there's 5 songs that really jumped out to me. So, number 1, I did hear you say that Lizzo and
Megan Thee
Stallion, you say H-Town. I can hear a lot of H-Town influence in your music. So when it comes to, there's a song you had called Way to Houston.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it featured Little Spill and King Quota.
That's right.
And I could hear there was that hook, that chorus, it was influenced by Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy.
That's right. I am sexy.
And
sexiest.
So is that what got, like bring me to, how did that song come about?
Well, one, yes, I am sexy. So I'm always thinking about that in my head, But second, there was a really popular song by the Drake, a new resident of H-Town, Drakus. What's his name? The Drizzle?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Drake.
Yeah, Drake.
Yeah, that guy. That gentleman, he created a song with a Future. Yeah, okay. I think so. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and the original was Right Said Fred.
That's right, Right Said Fred. I'm a big fan of the older music. I'm going to be honest with you. As soon as I started making music, I stopped listening to music.
Right, but you have to in order to be creative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even want to listen to it because it's not that I don't enjoy it and there's no good music now.
So, yeah,
it's just that it just doesn't. There's no more inspiration, I guess, because I'm so focused on my own inspiration, my own creativity, that I really only listen to like anything like before that timestamp before.
Right.
So I got a lot of influence on my stuff, especially from the Houston music because I'm from Houston.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the South Side music, DJ Screw has a lot of influence in my music.
Right.
I'm from like the center of Houston, so I was able to experience and listen to both South Side, Screw music, and also the North Side, Swisher House music.
Right.
So and I enjoy both of it.
So now, speaking of Screw, you're going to be performing on, July 5th at the George R. Brown for the Screw Day event?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm going to be there, man, to support you, man, 100% because I really like what you do. And as you know, I told you before, I think that your image really matches the style of music that you are doing. So you in the right direction, man. I'm telling you, you're going somewhere. You got some big things ahead of you. Although I still need to get on that album, man. Don't forget about me.
That's right. That's right. We got some music to make.
Yeah, I got to get on there.
Some
man.
Beautiful music.
Yes, indeed. Sir. I got to get on there. So what projects are you working on? I'm sure it's more than one. So that's what I'm asking. Just let our listeners know, what projects you're working on and that you have coming up, or in the past that you want to tell them about.
Oh, okay. So, I got a couple of projects that I'm working on. A couple of, I'm a country rapper, a country singer, H-Town swanger, a bigger booty banger. Thank you very much.
Right on.
So, I got a couple. So, I figured, I'm from Houston, Texas. I kind of want to grow out from this and kind of grow out from it. So, I got a plan, a major plan of action.
Right. So,
but Houston, Texas is very, very diverse. So, I have a couple of albums with a little bit different sounds, but they all Ruben Richkid.
Right.
So I have an album called The Country Baller, which I am the country baller from Houston, Texas. I'm trying to, it's a race right now.
Right.
Country rap is getting popular and hot and everybody like that. And I'm trying to be that guy that people think about whenever we come to Houston, Texas.
Well, it's your lane because if I'm not mistaken,
Switching lane.
you
side
did,
to side.
yeah. And see, and where you really switched lanes on them was you was on the actual rodeo, the Bun B Day rodeo that passed this year.
That's right. I was a guest.
Are you planning to do it again maybe next year?
I hope so. You got to get invited. It's very hard.
Really?
You don't got to know. You don't want to know what I had to do to get on that.
They made it hard for you?
Well, difficult.
But it was meant for you if you ended up on there, which is good because that puts you in first place even for that category when it comes down to Houston and country baller music. That puts you in the number one slot. So I would say, man, just keep doing what you're doing because you're doing a good job.
Appreciate it.
Which, by the way, your country baller song that you did on Fox 26 Nightcap.
Oh, that's right.
That performance was epic.
Thank you.
That was a good performance.
Yeah, I was crazy on there. I was like, I'm on TV, mama. Look at me. I made it. Well, a little bit. Local television.
So
thank you very much, Fox, for letting me be on.
So Richkid, I know that there has been a movie that you are in. Tell us a little bit about the movie.
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm a Tubi star. I'm on Tubi, baby.
So
that's
it's
right.
on Tubi.
Yeah, it's on Tubi now. It's also on Amazon Prime.
Oh, cool.
So it's called Trust Me and Trust Me Not, a Michael Sturley film. Very, very good director. Backed up by Aftershock Productions. Miss Carlotta B, a very sweet lady, very smart lady. She's been putting the Richkid on, a very dear friend of mine. The producer of the film is called Trust Me or Trust Me Not. It's a romantic drama about a couple who gets their love tested by a crazy woman.
So what was your character?
Sounds like the Richkid.
What was your character in the movie? What was your role in it?
Well, I just had a small role of a side character. He was one of the guy's friends who gave him some good advice to go home to his wife.
Yeah.
But he did it.
He didn't listen to you.
He did not listen to the Rich Kid.
Well,
So was this filmed in Houston?
This was filmed in Houston, in Missouri City, I believe.
Okay, cool.
Ruben, Richkid, K Money. I got a question, man. If you wasn't rapping, what would you be doing?
I'll be maybe
Yeah, think about it for a minute, listeners.
porn star, no, tap dancer, horse wrestler, no.
All right, this is Comedian 96. First of all, my stomach hurt. You got me laughing this whole show. Secondly,
You're welcome.
yeah, this question is actually directed to. I didn't catch your name. I'm
What?
sorry.
Who's this?
Snuck in the back.
What's going on
Cooley,
here?
man. Coolie Boolie.
Who's this guy?
Coolie Boolie. How do you do it all day with him?
We tag team champions of the world, man. We both comedians.
Man, he is funny, and man, I tell you, y'all can't call me animal no more.
It's an inside joke. So I have another question for you, Ruben. So you are a dual threat. You can sing and you can rap. If you was forced to choose one talent over the other, which would you choose, singing or rapping?
Acting, because I act like a fool.
So yeah, we can see you on your way, man. To I'm sure there's gonna be more movies with your career, man. Cause right now, man, I tell you, it's looking good for you, man. And again, I always say this: I give you props because I really like what you do. I like the fact that you are a true artist, and when I mean true artist, you are one of the ones that say, you know what, I got an image. I'ma live in my image. Because that's what's going to make you stand out than other people. It's not just you putting something on. This is you every day. And I think that's what the people need to understand, that you're not just a character. You are who you are. You're Ruben Richkid.
I'm an idiot.
Now, listeners, he's not an idiot.
He's not.
Don't think he's an idiot. He's a smart man. He's not an idiot. He's a real smart guy, y'all. And what y'all should do, man, if you hadn't heard anything from him, check him out. You know, Ruben Richkid, go on his Instagram or wherever you can find him. It's a lot of stuff on YouTube you can check out from him. And last time we met, we were at a studio with another one of your close friends, which is Bruce Bain.
Yeah.
And he introduced me into something which was AI.
Oh yeah.
So I know you've experienced using AI in the music that you make. How would you say that that's different from working with actual producers and instrument players?
I hate it.
You don't like AI?
I think it's lost its soul.
Well, you know what? I think if you get caught into it, it will lose your soul.
Oh, I already lost it. I'm trying to get it back.
Yeah. So what and listeners, what AI in the music is, it was gonna be this Monday, but we're gonna do that next Monday. We're gonna talk about that. But what AI does in the music is it'll take your idea and take it and recreate it, like remix it and give you a totally different sound, and then you have the choice or the option to say, you know, I want to work with this or I don't want to do this. But I know that I've heard some stuff that you got, man, and I was like, wow, this is really amazing. I was in the studio and it gave me life again because it had been a while since I've been in the studio vibing with an artist, listening to their music. It was always me producing the music and the artist coming in and we jamming out and shit. But it brought back a lot of life fulfillment for me to be in the studio session with you and listening to the different music and the different styles that you had. I was impressed to know even how you get some of your songs done. You told me you bring in instrument players, Congo players and guitar players. Man, that is really inspiring. It's truly inspiring, and I think more artists need to get into actually having live instruments. Even if you want to use AI, that's fine. But like Ruben Richkid said, it will take the soul out of the music. Please do not let the soul come out of the music. We need it.
Oh, I got something to say about it.
Yes, sir.
I feel like AI is a tool to help humanity improve things,
right?
Not to replace the human,
right?
And I feel like a lot of people are really going overboard and saying that this whole thing can just replace art itself. But like art is supposed to be dictated by the artist.
That's right.
And so now we're putting our art in the hands of a machine. Mm-hmm. So the machine don't know what my spirit is. The machine don't know my flesh, my blood, my struggles, my sweat.
Right.
A machine don't know that. That's
right.
a damn machine. They only got oil to spill. I got blood and
right.
hate and anger and emotion.
Right.
That's what builds art.
Humanity.
Humanity.
This being human.
Machine. Yeah.
Chime in. We talking about
He gonna chime in.
Artificial intelligence, not anal intercourse. Okay, when we talk about AI right now.
Oh,
right.
Jesus Christ! This guy right here.
Golly.
Good God! It's only 10 o'clock in the morning. You already talking about that?
But man, look, I think a lot of people are trying to shortcut the
success
the records. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, if we have the workflow right, and we say, hey, let's get a little different aspect. Okay, that's cool, especially for seasoned people that have been doing this. But you have these newcomers and they're using it to try to shortcut making a good product.
Right.
And that's what's, I think it's messing up the game.
There's no good product like it's shortcuts. I'm gonna tell you, Ruben Richkid work process. I work a long time on my music. I craft, I cook. I cook my music because I feel like I have to. It has to be right for me because I feel like if it's not right. If I don't enjoy it, and I can hear the imperfections, and it's not where I want it to be, where I can jam it in my car over and over and over again. Oh, that's jamming. Right. If it's not there for me, then it's not going to be there for you.
That's true.
To me, like it almost seems like we're in a second era of kind of like almost like the SoundCloud era. Remember the SoundCloud era where it was like one track, one rapper, and that was it. Like, oh, we don't even need production no more.
Right. It started to sound
we don't need big
like
studios.
that.
All we need is just a digital background music and just one rapper with a little auto-tune on it, and we got major hits.
Right.
Yeah.
And that faded away quickly.
Yeah. So
you'll never replace the real artist.
And I agree with you, man. Like I say, hearing your music actually in the studio and the sound that it had, the fullness of every sound. I mean, it covered all the speaker, not just some of it. And I mean, you had percussions, you had guitars, you had basses, and I mean, the shit was what it should have been. And I tell you, man, that is the best thing that I could hear from an artist, because I'm always looking for an artist that'll make me say, oh, that's an artist. Not just somebody, like you say, cookie cutter rapper, everybody sound the same.
Yeah. They don't sound like me.
Yeah, no. So when you do what you do and I hear you, I'm like, man, this dude is a real artist. And I knew it came from somewhere. It wasn't just over the last 5 or 10 years. I knew that it had to have been something in you from a long time ago for you to become who you are now, because I can tell that you seasoned in the music industry, period, because you know what to do. It's like back in the day when we had projects, we had to make flyers and, hand them out hand to hand. This was your only way of getting people to know who you were. You had to hand out. If you didn't have 1 million flyers, guess what? 1 million motherfuckers didn't know who you was. And it was only if you had 5,000 flyers that you paid that $150 for. Them only 5,000 people. Well, hell, not even 5,000, because half them shit's going to be on the floor. But the stuff that we had to go through, I can tell that the way you do your artistry, you know about that back in the day, because you wear your look. Every time I'm gonna tell you, I've never seen Ruben Richkid without this shirt on with his face on there.
That's me.
I've never ever. So what I'm trying to say is he's into who he is. This is how you create a role for yourself in the music industry.
By the way, I got these T-shirts on sale on my Instagram, $19.99. Anybody who's interested, hit me up on the DMs. Come on, $19.99. The Ruben Richkid baller.
Hey, y'all need to pick it up. I'm telling you, it's fly. I got one myself. Hey, this is a dope shirt. I keep it hung up. I keep it neat. I'm not going to let the dryer change the color on it. I'm going to hang it up. I'm going to make sure that shirt is what it is the next 20 years from now, because I got it from a good friend of mine, which is Ruben Richkid.
That's right.
Y'all got any questions y'all want to bring?
Yeah, Ruben, I got Richkid. I got one more question for you, man. Seeing how the Grammys has changed up the country music category ever since Beyonce, Houston's own Beyonce, has won the Country Music Album Award last year. How do you feel about them switching it and making it two different categories? The country music has been changed to Best Contemporary Country Album, and then they added a Best Traditional Country category.
Well, I think that it's an evolution of music. They're trying to find another genre to make money in. So, as a businessman, I think it's genius.
Do you think country rap would find its own lane, or own genre, or would it be classified under one of those types?
Country rap?
Yeah.
Hopefully. I would like to have a Grammy one day. That would be kind of nice. The Richkid. First of all, thank you very much, Jesus.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd like to walk in his house and see that Grammy sitting on the mantle, man. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to see. I am here to see that.
How about an MTV award? Or maybe I'm too old for that.
MTV? Nah, you might still get an MTV.
I want one of those popcorn astronauts, just like Toe Down got one.
Toe Down did get one. Do y'all remember Toe Down?
Shout out Toe Down.
Yeah, I remember Toe Down.
We still got to work on some. Yeehaw.
Toe Down.
I know you said we can get your shirts, but can you give us where online or
He just said Instagram.
Instagram? Okay, just go to your Instagram.
You can also go to RubenRichkid.com.
Okay, there you go.
But I get a lot of traffic. I get a lot of people hitting me up on the DMs, on the Instagrams.
Okay.
On the interwebs,
Okay.
So give them your contact information, where they can find you, how they can speak to you, how they can get your material and stuff.
Okay, so I was lucky enough to be able to capture my name on all the social media. So whatever social media it is, it's just Ruben Richkid. At Ruben Richkid.
At Ruben Richkid. That's RUBEN. Richkid. RICHKID. Y'all make sure y'all go get him.
Richkid is one word.
Yeah, so I have a couple questions here. So this is a two-part question.
That's too many.
If you could collaborate with any artist in the world, who would it be? And if you could collaborate with any artist from Houston, who would it be?
The first one is Pavarotti.
Okay.
Have you heard his amazing angelic voice?
Okay.
God damn, I want to be a world star like him. Oh,
Okay.
didn't he just recently pass?
Pavarotti?
Pavarotti!
Yeah.
And what about Houston? What artist from Houston?
Well, from Houston, Texas, I mean, the greats, Scarface is always on the table.
Y'all hear him, Face?
Face. Yeah.
Get at Ruben. Get just
Zero.
zero. Get at Ruben.
Some of them don't want to work with the Richkid. I'm too much of a cowboy for them.
Hey man, nah.
And you know what? What I think, what people got to start understanding is there's gonna always be several genres of music, and in order to further your career, you can't just stick to one. And not saying you have to change to do something different, but you have to, include yourself in that style of music to get that other side of the fan base. That may be another 100, 200, 300,000 people that you can't communicate with in your area. You know what I mean? So that's why another reason why I like what he's doing, because that's going to go over everywhere. You're going to get the hip hop crowd. You're going to get the Hispanic crowd. You're going to get the country crowd. You're going to get everybody with what you're doing. So there's a wide open lane and so much money to be made in that lane. I'm telling you, I'm so impressed. That's why I'm saying, man, we got to do some work, because I know I can make $1 million fucking with you.
Yes.
So
again,
I'm sorry, I got one more question, because you said you're too much of a cowboy. So you have a song called Red, White, and Blue.
That's right. Yeehaw.
And at the beginning of the song, you started by saying, "I'm proud to be an American, the home of the brave."
That's right.
Let me ask you, have you always been that patriotic?
Absolutely. That's how you grew up. You know, my family comes, got some military in my family. Got to respect the military. They're here to protect and serve us, protect our rights. Whether we like what people do or not, we have the right.
Right.
Right. And, that's what makes America great, because we have the ability and the rights to do what we want and be able to live our lives the way that we want to with our choices. And we're protected because of that. And I don't know, we seem to feel, it feels to me like we're getting kind of more divided in what our rights are supposed to be. I feel like we're losing kind of like our spirit in our country sometimes. And it could just be media propaganda. I think a lot of what we're seeing is maybe like down in maybe the quiet majority of America that is not on television. Maybe that spirit is still there. We just are being blinded by it.
Right.
By network television. America.
The news is something else, man.
It's strong.
And there was some recent activity while we talking about politics that just happened here involving America. How do you feel about the recent bombing of Iran, the U.S. bombing Iran? How do you feel about that?
It's never good to to bomb people. That's kind of tough. It's kind of tough, But I feel like America tends to be fair about their actions, and I think they try to do what's best for our people. Mm-hmm. And whoever's in power, I always feel like they've always felt like their job is to protect us and make the decisions for us, the tough decisions. Yeah. Because sometimes maybe somebody would not pull the trigger on it, and maybe it would come and cause some hurt to us. Yeah. Or to other people or parts of the world, that are innocent. So it's a tough decision. Right. It's a tough decision. So you don't always have to trust your president. You just got to trust your country.
Right. Now you've made some tough decisions, man. Because I tell you, rapping and singing, to different genres of music is definitely a tough decision that a lot of people can't do. You know what I'm saying? Some people won't give themselves a chance to even try. So I know you are one that knows about, tough decisions, but I think you do a good job at what you do, man. I'm inspired. Just the session that I went to recently with you made me say, you know what, I'm finna go in the lab and I'm finna come up with some shit. You know what I mean? Because your music was just that clear. And to inspire me is really hard. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been around artists and all for over 30 years, well over 30 years. And for me to be inspired like this over your music, man, it's really something there, because it's a lot of rappers and shit out here. It's a lot of them.
Too many.
It's too many. Exactly. But it's oversaturated. And I don't look forward to, I got to get on something with this guy. No, when I saw what Richkid was doing, I say, I need to go in that direction, because it's a different direction from where I've ever been. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. In order to make your career better, you have to venture out into other things, and you cannot be afraid, and you have to make tough decisions sometimes. So I think you did a wonderful job coming up with, your ideas.
I'm a cook, and I cook burgers, but I don't just cook any kind of burgers. I cook Ruben Richkid burgers, and they have some special sauce on them.
And you know what? And to that, I would say this too, and you too, Slash, when you said venture out. I noticed 2 songs of yours on 2 different ends of the spectrum, and it speaks to your creativity. One is Missing Screw. I could hear the R&B singer Case from the song Missing You.
That's right.
I thought it was creative for how you were able to take something like that R&B song to missing Screw. That tells me you're thinking outside the box. That's on an R&B realm. Now, segueing over to John Denver, the country singer, the country song Country Road. Well, you had a song called Houston Roads. And that tells me, okay, we have John Denver on one end, and we have the R&B singer Case on the other end. That speaks volumes to me when I look at Ruben Richkid and listen to Ruben Richkid and his creativity. So with that being said, from John Denver to Case to all of the Houston legend rappers, I asked you this question earlier, and you told me acting, but that was not one of the choices. So again, I would ask you, you are a dual threat. You can sing and you can rap. But if it was narrowed down and you had to choose one, which one would you choose?
Well, I think I would choose singing.
My man.
That's right.
I don't think that's a bad idea, man.
Yeah.
I'm a singer.
Yeah. I can sing. We gonna make us a singing album. I think everybody at this table can sing. You know what I'm saying? And let's put something on it. I need to hear something right now, a smooth tune from everybody at the table. Can we do that?
A challenge.
Okay, I'll go
A
first.
singing challenge.
Do we have a certain song?
Yeah. This here come hot off the presses,
Okay.
man.
What song you
it's
got?
hot.
Hot off the presses.
What you got?
Run Me Wrong.
Oh no, we got.
Wow.
Hey, you know what, people? I'm sorry. I thought this was gonna turn out a little better than what the hell it did. I swear, I thought this, cause I don't know what the hell Freddie G just did.
I thought that was excellent.
On me wrong.
Say, but yeah,
Fantastic.
Ruben Richkid is in the house again. He's gonna be performing at the George R. Brown Convention Center on July 5th for the Screw Day. So y'all make sure y'all go out. They got tickets on sale now. If y'all ask me where to get the tickets, I couldn't tell you. But I'm sure you can go online and go to Screw Records and Tapes on Instagram or Facebook and get their info, and y'all can purchase tickets. Y'all make sure y'all go out and check out Ruben Richkid, because I can guarantee you the show lineup that he got, it's going to fuck you up. I've heard the lineup. I'm not going to give the game away because I know that's your show, Ruben, but you got a hell of a lineup, man.
Thank you.
The people not going to be ready for the shit you got. He got something for everybody. I think there was another song, Freddie G. Was it Truck?
Truck.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Truck. That hook is a banger, man.
Oh, he like the truck.
Yeah,
sound.
truck. Truck is bad.
I'm a truck driver, so I can appreciate it.
Connected.
I can
It did his job.
I can appreciate
Congratulations.
it. Yeah.
He got himself a Richkid burger.
Yeah, keep your hands off my baby.
Special sauce.
Yeah, because my pickup, that's my lady. And I let her drive me crazy.
That's right.
So I ain't never going to betray my baby. It's a long ride.
That's right, baby.
I got it.
Yeah, so, I mean,
It's great, right?
it's a lot of...
Yeah.
I don't know where I did it from.
I'm a pickup guy, so I
I don't know
can
what I'm
appreciate
doing.
that.
But I know I like trucks. And so does Texas.
Yeah, Texas is big on trucks. Ford tough.
Yeah.
It's real shit. But
Chevy.
Nah, I'm a Chevy man. Yeah,
Chevy.
Chevy man.
Chevy.
Ram.
you got Chevy too?
Chevy.
I know you got Chevy. Yeah, I gotta say,
Yeah.
Chevy.
High
Okay.
country.
Okay. Well, I thought they was Fords. That's
Ford.
my
My countries are
bad.
nice.
I like Fords.
You don't have a Ford.
I
yo.
had a Ford right before. I had my.
That don't count.
Yeah.
See, people get excited.
Oh,
about
I had
that.
Fords all my life.
Yeah.
Well, Ford has always been a good, you know,
Yeah. Ruben knows what he
good
doing.
good
Ruben
engineering
knows.
motor, you know. So July 5th, I'll be there myself. There's going to be a panel. There's going to be, you're going to have all your legendary producers there. Well, some of us will be there. A few of them that y'all might know. Of course, Big Swift will be there. I think Harvey Love's going to be there. Sean Solo's going to be there. Or myself / I'll be there. And I'm just going to be in the house, you know what I mean? And I'm just here to give up some game or give you a little info. If you don't have it, I don't mind giving people info on, how to get or how to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve in the music industry. If I can help you with, anything, I don't mind giving you advice on what to do or what not. So, Ruben, you got anything you want to tell the people, man, the last words before we close out?
Make sure you go out and vote.
That's
be
important.
good to your kids. Yes. Take care of dogs. Be a good person.
Hey,
listen to my music.
You heard
Buy
it right
a t-shirt.
here.
Yeah.
1999 Ruben Richkid t-shirt. Y'all go on there and get that shit. And look, if y'all don't see y'all, and a lot of our listeners, I'm sorry, because a lot of y'all may not be in Houston, but the ones that are, I need y'all to show up on the 5th of July at the George R. Brown Center. And and I'm gonna tell you like this: if you and let me put something on this. If you are an inspiring artist, and I want to see a purchased Ruben Richkid T-shirt.
All right.
If you are an inspired artist and you can show me a purchased Ruben Richkid T-shirt on July 5th at the George R. Brown Center, I might have some production for you.
Oh,
so I'm gonna put that on
proposition.
There. It's a proposition.
I love it.
Because I want y'all to come out and check out Ruben Richkid, because Ruben Richkid shit is dope. Y'all don't sleep on this shit. We out. Peace. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, D52 Scott Podcast. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast.